And welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Joshi. This is Anything Goes with Joshi, and we are doing our 5-part series of new media creators, starring myself as the main focus of topic because we don't have any guests yet. So, for those of y'all listening, I appreciate you. For those of y'all watching, I appreciate you as well. Um, so, today we're talking about more about my music because that's basically what I've been focusing on. So when we last talked, we talked about all of the songs that I have created and how I created them. So basically, they're my lyrics ran through an AI called Mureka. I think that's how you say it, Mureka. But anyways, so yeah, I've been creating songs, and so any of y'all interested in creating songs, that's what you do. You run it through Eureka. That's what I've been doing. It is $10 a month, and we went over pricing on the very first podcast, so I won't reiterate that too much. Let's see, what did I have to talk about today? So today we're talking about our new endeavor, which is a little bit of personal information about myself. I have a small business where I resell Legos. This is not what this podcast is about, but anyway, so this weekend we are at the Nashville Flea Market. We are there for one more day. It's Saturday now, so we'll be there tomorrow as well. I've been writing songs over there about different things at the flea market. So I have, I think, three more songs that I've written while I was there. But this podcast, we're going to focus on my new endeavor, which is I've actually published one single, and I have an album out now that is on 24 different services, including Spotify, YouTube, Pandora, all the major ones, including Roblox, apparently. But anyway, so how I did that was I signed up for a service. So I didn't do a ton of research on this, but from what I can tell, this service was the cheapest, the best bang for the buck. So basically, this service is called DistroKid, and it's supposed to be a certain price, but what came out of my bank account was $27.36 for the year. And so you get unlimited uploads to all the major streaming services, and you get to keep all the royalties. The only drawback is with that price point, there is a higher tier, but I didn't go for that one because, again, I haven't made any money off of this music. So the main thing, I'm not trying to get rich off of this or make a lot of money. Like, really, I'm just trying to not spend money. And so, like, with the AI that I use, it's $10 a month, and now with the streaming service, it's $27.36 per year. So I would like to make that money back, so I don't actually have to spend money doing this endeavor, because it is something that I really like doing, but I wouldn't like to spend a lot of money on it. So, anyways, going back to why I'm creating the podcast is it's still a proof of concept. That's why we're only doing 5 episodes in this series. And then after that, we'll go into more general topics. Hopefully we can get some guests on here because that would be really cool. But, so yeah, because I don't know if any of y'all have ever tried to do a podcast or you've ever tried to record yourself talking. Like, it's a little strange. So, and for me, I'm probably the worst person in the world to bring you a podcast, but I'm doing it, and the whole idea of this is that if I can do it, so can you, and you can probably do it 100 times better than I can because I am monotone and I will put you to sleep. So, like I always say, do not listen to this while you're driving because it will probably put you to sleep. But if you're looking for someone to put you to sleep, put this on, listen to it, and maybe 5 minutes in you'll be snoozing and you'll be counting them sheep. So anyways, going back to the album that I just released. So I released a more moody album. It's an emotional album. I called it Time to Think. That's one of the main songs in that album. But I also have 4 more albums that I'm going to release. And those albums are going to be the more mainstream. Then I have like the ballads. And then I have the new ones that I've been creating called Conundrum. So that's more like the riddle ones that I've been doing. And that's mainly the ones that I want to focus on making. But like less linear songs and a little bit more interesting. I like those ones. But so for my first album, we got 10 songs. And again, the name of the album is called Time to Think. And I'm going to put a link up for at least the Spotify. Now it is on all major services. So if you search for Time to Think, and the artist is going to be Joshi with 5 Ys, it should come up, and it's a 10-track album. So you can download it or just stream it, whatever. But definitely support me because, again, I am paying money for this. Not a lot of money, but I would like to at least not have to pay money to do this endeavor. But the podcast itself is actually free. So for those of y'all who are interested in doing podcasts, you don't have to spend any money, but I did spend money on this microphone. And again, this laptop was gifted to me. And after these 5 episodes, I'm going to go through with my original plan, and I'm going to gift it to the person who it was originally made for in the first place. So we're going to play all 10 tracks of my songs, just little snippets, so you can kind of hear the songs if you haven't already. They are all on my TikTok, and I'll leave a link to that one as well. But we're going to start playing the songs, and I'll talk a little bit about them. So the first song on the album is called Exhale, and here's just like a little snippet of it. And I apologize for the audio because the speaker itself is a really bad one, but you should be able to hear what's going on.
Exhale, let go, release. It's time for a new chapter, you see. Now with the all release, we had our setback, we had our fall. Time to get back, most of all. Time waits for no man, we know the side. Time to stand, time to rise. Baby steps, that's what we need. Inhale, exhale, release. We're playing it long. We're not sprinting, already strong, already winning. Forget the chapter, close the book, go faster. Time to cook a new beginning. Eyes wide open, inhale, exhale, not the ending.
And so that was just 1 minute of the song, but it is let me see how long this song is. 2 minutes and 56 seconds, which is, spot on for most songs. Like 3 minutes is a really decent time. I do have, most of my songs are 3 minutes, but I do have one 4-minute song, and I try to keep them under 3 minutes. That's just like the format of any song. You don't want it to go over 3 minutes because, people lose interest or it's kind of gets repetitive. But so I have 2 of them that are 4 minutes long, and the rest are around 3 minutes. But anyway, so that one was Exhale. A little bit about that song. I don't have too much details about it. It's basically just about, I just wanted to make a song about breathing, and, but mainly like, it wasn't the inhale part. It was mainly I wanted to write about the release of just relief. And so that's what that song is about, is just relief. And it's a very personal song to me. I put a lot of emotion into it, and the AI definitely translated that. So go ahead and make sure to listen to that one all the way through. It's a really good one. The next one is called Can't Wait.
Yes.
Can't wait, wait anymore. Can't
What I sent you via the server.
wait the door. If I move too fast, I can catch you. If I
No, look at his pronouns.
move
Yeah.
too slow, I cannot
Trust me.
match you either way or in the lead. Either way or what I need. If I push too hard, I'm running in. Same result, gotta blow.
Dude, I don't care if it is
Either
670
way you want it balance, either way you want it challenge.
It's almost
Oh,
close.
I know it's a losing battle. Now I know if it's losing if I fall.
All right, so that was 1 minute into Can't Wait, and that song there is it's actually about
We'll just send it to the GC, bro.
it's about a person that I was talking to, and she was kind of being unresponsive, and so this song is actually about that catch-22 where it's like
Song my dad
you're,
on you.
you're not 100% sure if you should maybe push a little harder or back off. So that's mainly what that song is about, is just catch-22. Either you're just kind of between a rock and a hard place, and that's mainly what that song is about. Again, that's another personal, emotional song, but that's a really good one. So definitely listen to that one all the way through as well. And then we'll go on to the next one, and this one is called "I'm Never Far."
I'm never far, I never was far behind, all because I'll be there, see there, soon, forever there, never there, I'll rewind, stare, take care, I'll stay there, soon, I'll be there, see there soon.
All right, and that one was called "I'm Never Far," and basically that song is just about, going to meet somebody and just being there. So, but it's a really beautiful song. There's not, I don't have a whole lot of information about that one, but yeah, it's just about meeting somebody, and that's about it. But it's a good one. And then this one here, the next one is called "Time to Think," and that's the name of the album, and this is the title track right here.
Time to think, there's no going back. On the brink, doors wide open, fade to black. You're not here. Should've been, can't look back. Could've been on my purpose, not giving in. Hit it, scream, could've been on my purpose, can't be stopped. Gotta stay humble, can't be dropped. Giving it everything I've got, not giving up. Not going to stop. They bury me in the ground.
Why does this
They
always
buried
happen?
me, couldn't be found. Didn't realize that's my home. I'm from the dirt where my people roam.
All right, and that was "Time to Think." And basically that one was about, I had just stopped talking to this girl, but it kind of got me thinking like, maybe I should get back on track to what I'm supposed to be doing instead of like, pursuing other people or pursuing other endeavors. So it was just mainly about me getting back to where I was supposed to be. And that one again is a very personal song to me. Time to think is just, that's what it's about, is just me getting back on track and being on my purpose. And I do believe that I have gotten back on track since then. But it's a really pretty song, and you should definitely give it a listen. And on to the next one. This next one is called No Worries.
No worries, take your time, I'm already here. No worries, it should be a crime, nothing to fear. No worries, our paths will meet, they already have. No worries, I said you see, steady like that. Whenever you're ready, I said you a spot, keep it steady. Let's see what you got, whatever you thought, keep it steady.
All right, and that was No Worries. And basically that one is just about, it's about waiting for somebody, but it's about being okay with waiting for them. And that one, it took a dark turn at the end there, where it's kind of about death a little bit, and just kind of like waiting for them. But it wasn't. It's supposed to be a real positive song about being okay with waiting for somebody, and it's a really good song as well. And then on to the next song. This one's called "It's Catching Up."
It's catching up to you. It's enough to do you in. It's rough enough, you won't get through. You're running, not fast enough. On your tail, they're catching up. Better hurry, gonna get stuck. Bad mood.
All right, and that one was called "It's Catching Up," and all that one is it's basically about when a lot of the choices that you made start catching up to you, and kind of like you got to face your problems, and that's mainly what it's about. And personally, it was about a lot of things had kind of started to weigh on me a little bit, and a lot of the choices that I had made, I kind of never have any regrets, but it's mainly just like all the choices I had made were catching up to me. And there's really, you just gotta
6, 7.
you just gotta face your problems, and at some point you gotta face the consequences of what you've done, or get the reward. So that's what that song is about. And so the next song is called "This Is Wrong."
This is wrong, wrong is right, and waiting wrong just might go wrong. This is right, right is wrong, right and right just won't go right. This feels so wrong, like home. It's empty, full of light. Only you're not alone. Who said so mean, so bright? This is wrong, wrong is right. Been waiting long, just might go wrong. This is
And that was called This Is Wrong. And this song, it's basically, so it's a song it has two different meanings behind it. Basically, it's about being at the wrong place, and then it's also about being in the right place. So I mixed those two ideas together, and that's what this became. So basically, how it became is where I was doing the video thing from my last podcast. But anyways, I was behind the scenes of a movie, and I don't know if you remember or not, but that was on the last podcast. But anyways, so we had arrived at this VFW, and nobody was there. It was all the lights were off, and all the doors were locked. But we went around poking around, and the back door was unlocked. So we just kind of went in there and started sitting down, and we didn't even know if it was the right place because the location had changed from the night before, from like 2 hours away to the place that we went to. But anyway, so we're sitting in this VFW, and the place is empty, and it felt like a crime, and it just felt wrong. But then later on, when everyone started showing up, it started to feel a lot more comfortable. But that's basically what this song is about, is just having these two ideas of the wrong feeling and the right feeling all mixed together. But it's a very beautiful song. Definitely go check that one out. Next song is called Reflect. Now I guess when I uploaded this, it's called Recollect. Oops. But no, it's called Reflect. But on Spotify, it's going to be called Recollect. Okay, here we go.
Look in the mirror and reflect. Look behind you, it's here. What comes next? Know what to do. Reflect, get lost something new. What the heck? Get lost, it's true. Sometimes you gotta, there's something in the air. Gotta go back, nothing there. Retrace, trace it like that. Does anyone care? How did I get here? Where's everyone at? Choices, fear. I'm in the dark and alone. I can see here, always prone. Is that me?
And that was called Recollect, apparently. But that song, all that's about is just reflecting and, again, owning up to the choices that you've made. But that's mainly just reflecting on choices that you made. Next one, this is number 9. So we got 2 more. This number 9 is called In the End.
In the end, the earth shakes. Time to pray. The sun quakes. Time to pay. The undead wakes. Another day. Virus takes nothing.
The sky falls
are back. Hopefully, let's find out. And we are back. So, anyways, like I was saying, I was talking to this homeless man about the drug problems over in Louisville, and he was telling me about how a lot of the homeless people out there stay under the bridge, and how they're kind of like zombied out, and so that's where a lot of the words to the lyrics come from. Especially like, he was saying how if the end of the world did come, that he would play soccer with them and stuff. So, but yeah, that's basically where the idea for that song came from, was just the homeless people in Louisville, Kentucky. So that's what that one's about. So, and now on to the next one. This one's called Goodbye Friend.
Goodbye, friend. In the end, almost friend. Don't defend. Finish now. It's the end. We crossed lines we shouldn't have. Good friend of mine, friend I had from the start. We were good. Was it smart? We pushed boundaries. It's too late. We could have been great. Goodbye, almost friend. Will we meet in the end?
All right, and that was Goodbye Friend. And basically, the story behind that one is I have a friend on TikTok, and she was talking to me about how there was a friend of hers that had kind of crossed the line a little bit, and so she was telling me about that, and I was inspired by it, so I wrote the lyrics to that song. And it's basically just about somebody who crossed the line when you don't want them to, and that's basically what that one's about. But it's a very emotional song. It's a good song. It is 4 minutes long, but it's a great song to listen to if you're maybe going through those issues of having somebody crossing boundaries or going in directions where you don't want them to, and that's mainly what that song's about. So that's all 10 tracks on the new album, Time to Think. It is all on all streaming platforms, including Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify. It's on all 24 streaming services. And again, I'm using DistroKid as my distributor. It is $27.36 per year. So you get unlimited uploads, and I will be uploading those other albums pretty soon. I have all the track lists ready. I just gotta get it organized and get them uploaded. Now, the original song, the first track, forget the name of it. It's one of my more recent ones. I released that one. It took about 12 hours, but I released this one this morning, and it only took a few hours to upload, so it's on all streaming platforms. I'm going to leave the links in there. But again, this whole podcast is it's mainly about you. So if you're interested in becoming a songwriter or becoming an artist of some sort, like that's what this podcast is about, is just showing you that if you want to do it, you can, because I'm not a songwriter. I don't know much about songwriting, but I've already written songs, released songs, and there it is. So you can literally do whatever you want to do. If you want to do a podcast, go ahead and do that, because it's not that hard. It is a little hard talking to yourself, but I know some of y'all have the personality for it, or you actually have some sort of experience doing it. You might as well jump in and do it, and maybe one day you'll make money doing it, or you'll become as famous as, some of the bigger people. Or myself. No, I'm not famous. So, and this right here is my lyric book. For those of you only listening to the podcast, you won't be able to see it. But for my TikTok viewers, this is my lyric book. It's called Joshy's Magical Book of Songs. And not all my songs go in there because some of them I write while I'm at work or while I don't have access to physical media. But it works a lot better, especially with these new songs coming out. Like, I'll show you how actually chaotic it is to write these songs. And let's see here. So this one is for one of my more recent ones. Where you can see it's pretty wild. I'm starting mashing up different ideas. And now I've gotten it to the point where I need like 2 pages just to write one song, where before it was just 1 page. But you can see like it's pretty chaotic how I write these songs now, but they come out absolutely amazing. And like the whole idea is to mix 2 different ideas, whether it be 2 opposing ideas, and I mix them together, or I do 2 of the same ideas and I do an idea and then I reinforce it, and then I rearrange the words in a way that makes it a little strange. And I think that's the magic. That's really the music that I want to lean into a little more, and that's the albums that I'm really excited about releasing is this one right here. It's called I Conundrum, and it's going to have 2 parts to it. And it looks like they're both going to have 8 songs on each album. But yeah, so those will be the next ones. I Conundrum. The other one is No Goodbyes and Swagger. And those ones will be out soon. But that's the podcast. Now, we did do a 30-minute podcast this time. If that's too long for you, I apologize. But we were just going over the songs and everything. And again, any weird pauses or weird things like that, I'm not going to edit it out. So it's just going to be straight raw audio for y'all. So, hopefully you enjoy. Hopefully it's not too boring. Hopefully, you get something out of it. And definitely download it, share it, leave comments, whatever you can do to support, because it is important that you support us small creators, because it's hard to get a following. And if you do enjoy this stuff, it's really important that we know that you do, so that we can keep going, or at least for me anyway, so that I can keep going. I do have one more episode in this series, and then we'll be moving on to other things. So if you want us to keep going with the new media creators series, we'll definitely need guests in order to keep it going, because I can't keep talking about myself for my songs because it's very limited. Now I do write quite a few songs. I've already written 3 more this weekend, and who knows how many more for the next time I'll talk to you. But we definitely need guests, because it makes the podcast a little more interesting than just me blabbing to you. But I appreciate y'all listening, watching, supporting. And if you make it through the full 30 minutes, I salute you. Thank you very much. Y'all have a good day, good evening, good weekend, however long it is until I speak to you again. Again, thank you for listening.